got circled the first 5 games of the season and basically the last 3 games of the season. Like in addition to that, and then basically the 2 games after the bye week. Like all those games to me really important chunks of the schedule because we start the season with Dallas at home. We start the season with Dallas at home, and then we go to Kansas City week 2, so we already have a Super Bowl rematch. Those are and obviously Dallas. They added George Pickens, as a number 2 guy. I do think that generally does help Dallas. They were looking for a number 2 guy. And then we got the Rams week 3. The Rams, they added Devontae Adams. That's going to be a tough game. And then we go to Tampa week 4. Tampa. Tampa was the one team on our schedule last year, and we lost 3 games last year. Tampa was the one team that just outright kicked our ass. Now, of course, we didn't have Devontae Smith or AJ Brown that game. Yeah. But that being said, we still got our ass kicked, and then it was like 100-degree heat. So and again, and that's something to keep in mind because every team always wants to avoid those Florida teams playing at home in September and October because it's hot as hell down there. and then after that we play Matt's Broncos at home. So that's a really tough opening 5-game stretch. Where we pretty much play. We have a division game. We play 4 playoff teams right off the gate. And then right after our bye week in week 9, we play the Packers at Lambeau, and then we play Detroit at home on Sunday Night Football. And our last 3 games, we play 2 of our last 3 games are against Washington. And then in between that, in week 17, we play at Buffalo. So it's not going to be easy. But now that being said, yes, we got to play these tough teams, but at the same time, they also got to play us.